Today, I am going to introduce the quantity theory of money. In macroeconomics, there is a crucial question. What is the question? The question is that whether the increase in money supply or does the money supply has any effect on the changes of real variables, whether the money supply is able to change the real variables. This is a crucial question in macroeconomics. In the quantity theory of money, we can have an answer of this question. So, according to quantity theory of money, in the short term, changes in money supply has an effect on the real variables, real output, that is the real national income. But in the long run, there is no effect. There is no effect on the real variables, on the real income of an economy. According to the quantity theory of money, demand for demand for money is equal to K and Y, is equal to K and Y. Yet this now the demand for money, what is MD, is the demand for money. What is the demand for money? Demand for money is nothing but the desire of an economic agent to hold money in a financial year. And it is equal to the nominal income multiplied by a constant. And K is a constant. It is the amount of money that is kept ideal, that is kept ideally. And in the second equation, if you have a closer look, then you find that we we divide the nominal income by P and multiply it by the P. And ultimately, we get this small y. And this small y is nothing but the real, the real, the real income. So demand for money is equal to the multiplication of the three factors. One is the small capital, that is constant, and real income, and the price level. Now, this K, this K is has a value. This K has a value. Its value is positive, and it is it is less than one. This value, small k is less than one. Why? Why it is less than one? Because there is this, since money changes hands several times. Since money changes several times, so the value of k is less than one. And this k is is equal to this k is equal to 1 by v. This k is equal to 1 by v. This is the relation between the k and v. And now what is the v? What is the v? This v is the velocity of money. And now, if the velocity of money is high, then k will be low, as there is inverse relationship between k and v. And v is low, then k is high. Then k is high. It should be mentioned here that in an economy, if v is slow, then the growth is slow of that economy. And v is high, then the growth rate of the economy is very high, but in the short run. But in the short run. So it is the relationship between the K and V. Now, in my next slide, sorry. Now, in my next slide, you can find that in my next slide you can find, look, I am erasing all this point, and and now this is the demand for money, and if you look here, is that MD is equal to KPY, and now we get the 1 by K equal to M equal to small k by K YP. What has happened? We multiplied both sides of this equation. We multiplied both sides of this equation by 1 by K, and 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 here also by 1 by K, and then we get that VM equal to YP, and after rearranging we get MV equal to small y by P. Now, if you look this equation, then you can find what is V. So from this, we can say that V equal to small y by multiplied by P by M. So V is a ratio between the nominal national income. It is the nominal national income YP, and this is the money supply. The ratio between the nominal national income and the money supply. That is, V is the nominal national income per unit of money supply. So V is nothing but the income velocity of circulation of money, which is the average number of times a unit of money turns over in a financial year. In a financial year, suppose that I am a teacher, and I am a teacher, and I spent $200 to buy a shirt, and the shirt seller spent this money to buy some goods, and that goods seller spent that amount for the education purpose of his child, and that money again comes to me. So here the money changes hand 3 times, and real dollar 200 is now equal to the amount the $600 equal to the $600. So here the velocity of money is 3. So this is the velocity of money, and now if we have the quantity theory of money and in money market equilibrium, then am erasing all this point. Okay, now I am erasing all this point. Now, next slide. Now, this is the velocity of money I have already explained. Now, the condition of money market equilibrium is that MD equal to MS. That is the demand for money. That is the demand for money is equal to the supply of money. It is constant. Supply of money is constant, and and demand for money, it is known to us from our previous slides that demand for money is equal to KPY. So keeping in mind the equilibrium, we get the MS equal to KPY. So after rearranging, we get MS equal to 1 by V y P. So if you consider the equilibrium condition, suppose the money supply increases, then you can find, suppose the money supply increases, problem is there. Suppose money supply increases, then demand for money should be increased to maintain the equilibrium in the money market. Okay, to maintain the equilibrium in the money market. And now the demand for money will be increased only by increasing the P, only by increasing by P, because K and Y is constant, since Y is a real output in a particular year and K is constant, so only the P is the variable, and it will increase the demand for money, and this situation maintains the equilibrium. So this type of analysis is called the comparative static analysis. So why it is a comparative static analysis? Why is a comparative static analysis? Now, look, actually, it is comparing the positions of equilibrium following the changes in the parameters. Now, what is the parameters here? What is the parameters? There are two types of parameters. One is endogenous and another is exogenous. So in this equation, MS is the exogenous parameter, independent parameter. Y is also independent parameter. K is the constant, and P is the endogenous parameter that is determined within the model. So change in a parameter, change in MS, that is money supply parameter, change in another parameter. So it is the comparative static analysis. Now, this comparative static analysis is not a complete model, because it has some shortcomings. Because what is the reason? Because it does not say about the economic functioning, economic reasoning, that what is the actual economic behavior that causes the system to move from one equilibrium to another equilibrium. What is the economic behavior that cause that causes the shifting of one equilibrium to another equilibrium. Now, so this is the this is the shortcomings of the comparative static analysis. Now, if you look at, if money supply is greater than demand for money, then what will happen? Then people will, the extra money will be spent and price will rise, and if this increase in price will restore the equilibrium. But if demand for money is high, demand for money is high, then this high than the money supply, then this demand for money, the people will save more and consume less, and in this way, the equilibrium will be restored. Now, now I'm going to the policy implication of this model. So we have found that from the quantity theory of money that in the short run, increase in money supply will change the real output, but in the long run, only the inflation is there. Only the inflation is there. There is no change in real variables, that is real income. Now, what is the policy implication? Now, look, it is a decentralized model. It is a decentralized model. The quantity theory of money is a decentralized model, and price has a important role to maintain the equilibrium, in the long run. And here also, if there is an increase in money supply, in the short run, price level, in the short run, real variables may be changed. It may have effect on real variable, that is the money supply may have effect on the real variable, but in the long run, only the price will change. Only the price will increase, price level will increase. And the persistent increase in price level is called inflation. So ultimately, we get the inflation. So this is the quantity theory of money, and and that's all for today. And now I am erasing all this point. Okay, and so this is the end of